Before we get into it, I need you to picture something. It is 15,000 years ago. You are a hunter. It is dark, it is cold, and somewhere just outside your camp, something is moving in the shadows. You grab your spear, and then you hear it. A low growl, not at you, toward the darkness, warning you. That sound, right there, that moment, might be exactly how this whole thing started. Here is the first thing most people get wrong about dogs. Humans did not tame them. Not in the way we tamed horses or cattle or chickens. We did not find a wolf, decide it would make a great pet, and start a breeding program. It was far more interesting than that. The leading theory today is that dogs essentially domesticated themselves. Here's how it probably happened. Early human camps produced garbage, bones, scraps, leftover food. Wolves noticed, and the wolves that were less afraid of humans, the ones that could get close to camp without panicking, got more food. Those wolves survived better. They reproduced more. Their pups inherited that same lower fear response toward humans. Generation after generation, the least fearful wolves kept winning. And over thousands of years, they changed. Not because humans chose them, because they chose us. The dogs that exist today are the descendants of the wolves brave enough or curious enough to walk toward the fire instead of away from it. Now here's where it gets genuinely strange. Because as these proto-dogs started living near humans, something happened to them physically. Something that scientists did not expect. Their faces changed. And the reason why tells us something remarkable about what trust actually looks like biologically. Scientists compared the facial muscles of wolves and dogs and found something stunning. Dogs have a muscle above their eyes that wolves do not have. It's called the levator anguli oculi medialis. Fancy name, simple effect. It lets dogs raise their inner eyebrow, creating that wide, sad, pleading expression that makes every human on Earth immediately want to help them. You know the look, the puppy eyes. Here's the wild part. Dogs did not develop this muscle by accident. It evolved specifically in response to living with humans, because dogs that could make that expression got more care from people. We were being manipulated, and we loved every second of it. But it goes even deeper. When a dog makes that face and you respond to it, both of you release oxytocin, the bonding hormone, the same chemical released between a mother and her newborn baby. A dog looks at you, you look back, and your brain, on a chemical level, treats that dog like family. No other domesticated animal triggers this response the way dogs do. Not cats, not horses, not even close. But okay. Chemistry and cute faces explain why we feel connected to dogs. They don't explain why humans trusted them, why we gave them responsibilities, why we brought them into serious life or death situations. For that, we need to talk about what dogs can do that almost nothing else on the planet can. Scientists ran an experiment. They hid food under one of two buckets. Then they tested different animals to see if they could figure out which bucket using only a human pointing at it. Chimpanzees, our closest genetic relatives, with brains built for complex social reasoning, mostly failed. They could not reliably follow a human point. Wolves, even wolves raised by humans from birth, mostly failed. Dogs, even puppies that had never been trained, even puppies that had spent almost no time around humans, got it right. Dogs understand human gestures instinctively. They read our faces. They follow our gaze. They know when we're pointing, nodding, even accidentally glancing at something, and they use that information. This is called social cognition, and dogs have it tuned specifically to humans in a way that is completely unique in the animal kingdom. It's not just that dogs are smart, it's that their intelligence is specifically shaped to understand us, to read us, to work with us. That's not a pet, that's a partner. And that partnership went way beyond companionship. For most of human history, dogs were not pets,
They were technology. Living, breathing, four-legged technology that could do things no human tool ever could. Think about what a dog brings to a prehistoric human. A nose that is between 10,000 and 100,000 times more sensitive than ours. Hearing that picks up frequencies we can't detect. Speed that outpaces most human prey. And the instinct to chase, corner, and hold without being asked. Dogs didn't just help humans hunt, they transformed how humans hunted. Before dogs, humans had to find animals, track them, chase them, and hope for the best. With dogs, you could track a wounded animal across miles. You could flush prey out of dense forest. You could corner something 3 times your size and hold it there until the hunters arrived. Dogs also guarded camps at night. They heard things humans couldn't hear. They smelled things humans couldn't smell. They alerted the group before danger arrived. They herded livestock. They pulled sleds. They located survivors. They detected enemies. For thousands of years, across every continent, every culture, every climate, humans brought dogs. Not because they were cute, because they were useful in ways nothing else was. The trust was not just emotional, it was earned. So we've got self-domestication, we've got oxytocin, we've got social cognition, we've got 10,000 years of working side by side, but there's one more piece to this story. One more reason dogs, specifically, and not any other animal, ended up becoming humanity's closest companion. And it comes down to something dogs do that wolves almost never do: eye contact. Wolves avoid direct eye contact with humans. It reads as a threat to them, a challenge. Dogs seek it out. Your dog looks at you when it's confused, when it's scared, when it wants something, when it just wants to know you're still there. That gaze is not random. It's a social behavior that dogs developed specifically for humans, and it's deeply powerful. Research shows that the longer a dog holds eye contact with its owner, the higher the oxytocin spike in both of them. Mutual gaze, mutual bonding, a feedback loop of trust built one look at a time. No other domesticated animal does this. Cats sometimes, but not like dogs, not with this consistency. Not with this intention. And when you combine that gaze with the social cognition, with the evolutionary history, with the shared survival, with the chemical bonding, you get something that has no equal in the natural world. A relationship so deep, so old, and so wired into both species that it's literally reshaped the biology of both humans and dogs over thousands of years. We changed them, and they changed us right back. 15,000 years ago, a wolf walked toward a human fire. It should not have done that. Every instinct said run, but it stayed, and something extraordinary began. Today, that wolf's descendants sleep at the foot of your bed, ride in your car, wait by the door for you to come home. Not because we trained them into submission, but because somewhere along the way, 2 very different species looked at each other and decided, I can trust this. And out of all the animals that ever lived alongside us, only one made that choice so completely, so consistently, and so permanently that it became part of who we both are. That's why humans trust dogs more than any other animal. Because dogs trusted us first.